girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Not really sure what happened. I was having this issue in the past, but mid-practice, my PC just shut off on me. This has happened in the past to me. I have changed my Windows install to a different hard drive to try to mitigate that, but there was no rhyme or reason, no warning. Just while I was in the car driving, it just shut off like someone held down the power button. So not really sure exactly what happened there or why it happened. We're going to try to practice again and see what happens, because I've off camera have raced and practiced. We did a video with the headset, experienced none of the issues like that before. Not really what caused it. Not really sure what caused it this time. So we're just going to jump back in and see. I do have some things right now tracking, so that way if it does happen again, at least it will kind of point us to, like, is there a specific driver that's causing the issue. So if you were in the last live stream, I am sorry about that. Not really sure what happened there. Thank you for kind of coming over to this one. Yeah, not really totally sure exactly what happened, but let's go back down. Let's re-register. Again, we're going to be doing the iRacing GT3 series, and this is going to be the European series because they're at Brands Hatch, which is one of my favorite tracks. It's a smaller track, but it is, I mean, it's difficult. It's hard, especially in a GT3 car. It really can get challenging. So we got a race starting in about 10 minutes. Let's join in this session here, and let's make sure that, you know, everything hopefully is going to be good. See. Again, if you're coming back over, thank you so much for doing so. I appreciate it. Should be. There we go. Just got the green light to join. Race session starting real soon. At least we got a few laps in before it shut down, but hopefully it doesn't happen to us again. My safety rating and iRating has taken such a huge hit since this actually has occurred before. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. I think what I am going to do is... Oh, okay. All right, sounds good. Thank you, thank you. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to set it from 90 hertz to 72 hertz. And we'll kind of go from there for the headset. I don't think it's a headset that's causing it. I think it's my system as a total. Because this has happened even before I received this headset. So we'll see. There we go. So it's loading up right now. And then we'll get into the race view. Hopefully everything else is actually saved. Yeah, everything is updated. We did just have a Windows update, actually. So that very well may be causing this issue because the Windows update just occurred. But, you know better than everyone when I complain that the PC just shuts down, and it did it again, unfortunately. Luckily, we were in a practice session at that time. Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. We're almost back in the race session, but I'm actually just going to be joining into the race session because I don't want to miss it. Yeah, there was no rhyme or reason. It was working really, really well. And then boom. See, I don't even see any of my Race Lab stuff popping in. There we go. It's making me do this manually. Okay. We'll get it up, though. We'll get it going. One at a time. All right, there we go. Okay, let's jump in the car and let's make sure this is still kind of going. Make sure we got sound on so you can all hear. All Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Yeah, it's still working perfectly. Ah, cold tires. Cold tires taking out every cone. Yeah, before we had it at 90 frames per second, and we were hitting that. Felt great. I lowered it to 72. Still feels great. I think this may be CPU related. I'm not really sure. Probably have to update something with the BIOS. We haven't done a BIOS update in a long time. Ah, oh, way too fast through there. Ah. Oh. All right, let's go back to the pits. Race is going to be starting. Looks like just a minute before the race starts. We do have to get our sim commander started. That's one thing I just noticed is we're not really feeling the textures of the track that well. There we go.
Matching car and track data found.
There we go. Okay, I felt the belt. Now I feel the steering wheel kicking in. There we go. There is the feedback. That's what I wanted. Ah, no temperature. I'm still kind of getting used to this new tire model. Once it heats up, feels really good. Just kind of getting there. Woo! That's exactly what I did. I feel your pain, bro. There we go. We got a lap in. Looks like Glenn is slowing down. I kind of wonder if he's going to be getting out for the race session. I don't see any indication. Oh, impact there with the BMW. Off track, backed into a wall. Whoa! Put a tire off. Let's go back to the pits. This is going to be an interesting race session if we are making these kind of errors. Last time we were in the car, we didn't really make too many errors like this. Let's see, when is the race starting? Let's see. All right, race starts now, so we got to get out of the session. Any second, it's going to tell us to get out of the session. There we go. Go race. Boom. All right, there we go. Hopefully everyone's having a great weekend. And so far, this thing seems to be working. So far, I think we're safe. Get this cable moved over. Somehow, I looped the cable around the back of my head. That is the one benefit to like the Meta Quest 3 is that you don't have to deal with cables. Unless you're plugging it in to charge it, then that's a whole nother thing. Then you're back to using cables again. But, you know, it's nice when you have like one of those external battery packs that we reviewed a long time ago and you have zero cable to worry about. It feels so much more natural. But this cable's not bad. I mean, I've dealt with firmer cables and you can tell over time this one's going to loosen up. This is pretty like standard for a VR cable. Oh, we got a little bit of fog. Okay, so the weather is a little different. That's kind of concerning. Hopefully it works in our benefit there. Let's see. Let's get the volume up on this. We're using the stock headphones again. I wanted to try the stock headphones to give them another fair shake because the upgraded headphones sound really good, but you know, when you go from those back to these, then you really notice the deficiency in these. They're not horrible. They're good to get you started, but I mean, you're really going to want, like, especially in SimRacing, you're going to want some sort of like headphone on top because they really don't sound the greatest. Come on. Come on. Okay. Whoa! Front end missing from that car there. He hit hard. You really got to take it easy in the beginning. Get some heat in the tires. There we go. Okay. That was so abrupt, I thought the computer shut off again. All right, here we go. So we're going to be jumping into the qualifying session. We got 8 minutes, 2 laps, so this is not really a big circuit, so that first lap, we're really going to have to make sure we just take our time. It's going to be really important to do so. Get some heat in the tires. Green flag. You can definitely tell the weather is having an impact on the track conditions. Like the car just feels like it wants to slide. Granted, we are still having some fairly cold tires, so it's going to be a pretty fun race. Hopefully the fog kind of lifts. I think that's just like a morning fog that we're experiencing for this race session. Ooh, I felt it like wanting to skirt and and slide. It was like crab walking a little bit when I got on the brakes there. All right, we got one more lap. We still got time. Woo! Little slide. Car still feels very loose. Especially off throttle feels very loose. If I try to turn in aggressively, it just wants to slide the rear out. Especially off throttle, I'm like having to really keep on throttle a little bit there. All right, not bad, not bad. Not the quickest laps. Kind of felt like we had a little bit of an issue with like trying to really get the grip in a spot that I felt comfortable with. But I did notice we don't have crew chief running.
Copy that. Let's do this. Show me the money, baby.
I wasn't really able to hear too much. There we go. There we go. All right. So we did, let's see how we did as far as qualifying is concerned. Let's see how everything was going there. I think so far, all right, so far we're P9. So not the best, but we're not last place. We may get pushed a little bit further because there's still a good amount of time. There's still like 2 minutes left. It is absolutely insane just how just how good and how clear this headset is. You do notice though, like if you move your eyes around, the edges of the lenses are still a little bit blurrier than that focal spot in the center. The center of the lens still is like the best location for clarity. So you do find yourself still kind of turning your head a little bit, but you can move your eyes around a good amount. And now with eye tracking, it does help with the overall performance quite a bit. So you are like really taking advantage of that. Really cool. It really is. I do want to increase the volume of the car though. $20 left. The race session's only a 20-minute race, so it's really not too bad at all. You got 9 turns around this Brands Hatch circuit. Right now, looks like the race session is taking place at 1:32 p.m. 0 chance of rain, but it is overcast. It is foggy and cloudy.
Okay, great. That's the end of the session. P9.
All right, so we maintain the P9 position. That's cool, but you can see here, it's just gray out as far as the circuit itself. When we zoom in, it's just overcast. That's kind of what we're noticing here. All right, let's grid up. All right, so we still got the overcast.
Right side, the estimated SOF is 1,103. Pit road is closed. There are a lot of points on the table. Be smart and get a good finish.
90 seconds.
I think I feel good about that position. Our mirrors look good. Could like put out the side mirrors a little bit further to really see along the side of me.
60 seconds.
See if we can adjust that real quick. Here we go.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
All right, I like that. That looks a lot better.
30 seconds.
There we go. You really want to move your mirrors out so that way you can see alongside you in your blind spot. So like right now, that Ferrari just gridded up. I could see there's a Ferrari there. Can also see him on the camera here. So you're kind of capturing it in multiple different angles.
10 seconds.
You have to like move your head really far over to see it in the rear view mirror there.
Strong grid today.
Especially
Expect to finish in P10, 20 minutes.
All right. And hopefully the computer doesn't shut off on us.
Okay, rolling start here.
So far it's
Okay, stay behind.
doing
7,
pretty good.
Right lane. Pace car speed is 43 miles per hour.
Pit's definitely consumed a lot of resources there, especially at the grid when we're all gridded up. Frame rates went down to about half, but now they're picking back up again now that we're moving around. All right, let's see who's around us. So P10, we have Elias Neri Jr. I think that's the BMW up there in the front left. Ahead of us is Pedro Miguel Nieves. That's in the Aston Martin in front of us here. Kind of wish it gave the car manufacturers that they're racing with next to their names. I think that would be like the next thing for any sort of relative, because sometimes you see the name, you see where they are, but it would be a little bit more. I don't know. I think it would just be cool to see like the manufacturer for the car that they're racing in right next to them. Because sometimes when they're bunched up, it's kind of hard to really, and you're in a racing situation, it's kind of hard to figure out who's who. Really trying to get some heat in these tires. We got some Porsches in the front.
Okay, great. You ready?
Whole inside line there's all Porsches. All right, here we go.
Go, go, go.
DSCR3M. Are you talking about in race labs? You can add that.
Can you add them in your VR view? VR view though?
Left side clear.
I did see there were some things for like VR in race labs. I just never played with it, to be honest with you.
The next guy is sketching at yield car number 15. Reading is 0.7.
Woo! Felt the rear just kind of kick just a little bit out there, but I felt it in the rig, felt it in the wheel.
Gap ahead now, 0.6.
So far, everyone's racing really clean. This is really good so far. I think the overcast has everyone a little spooked with the tire temperatures. There we go.
Yay.
Really slowed down quite a bit there at the top of the hill. Oh, Jaguar was making a move on that Porsche. Not Jaguar, I'm sorry, Aston Martin.
There's a wreck.
Oh!
Airport. I think it's Enio. Car to your left. Clear to your left.
Looked like he had some front end damage there.
Okay, great. Car in front is Pedro. Car number 7. The rating is 0.2.
Sliding quite a bit.
The leader is just down on 1.4.69. Eyes forward. Stay focused. E6. Sector 1 is 0.7. Off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.6. Off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.2. Off the pace.
Lots of debris on the track here. As the guys are battling ahead of us, they're starting to slow down a little bit.
That yield behind is increasing. It's up to 1.2.
So we're starting to catch them a little bit.
Brands hatchets round the corner from me.
Oh, really?
It's a new quickest lap for.
That is absolutely awesome. Do you go often? Have you ever driven this circuit also? Do they do track days? Oh, they're making moves ahead of us.
P3's gone off in 4. 15 minutes to go. Don't worry about the lap times. Just do what you need to. Get your mark.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah, have take both my Impreza and my Eco there over the years.
nice. I have so many tracks on my bucket list I want to visit, and this is one of them. Woo!
That's a new fastest lap for Alfaro. 1:23.57.
I was losing the front end there. The front end was skirting around.
Great stuff. Keep it coming. Okay, great. Sector 1's 0.47 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.1 off the pace.
P. Bennett. I have only ever been round the Indy track, there never been round the GP track.
What is your favorite orientation? Just knowing the two. I'm losing time there. I can definitely hold more speed.
The gap behind is now 1.2.
Probably don't need to go to second gear there.
P. Bennett.
It's a new quick lap.
The longer go track seems great.
1:23.12. Great job. Great. That's your fastest lap.
Woo! Little drift there on exit. Gotta really watch my throttle application. I don't want to upset the rear tires and start losing traction left and right. Got a guy coming up quick. Bart. Got Bart Blom behind us.
Hell yeah. Great. Lap times are improving here.
east side. Clear left.
Hold it.
On the right. Right
We'll let
side
him go
clear.
because he's clearly faster, so maybe we could use him to move up more.
Okay, great. Let's have a quick lap for Alfaro. 1:22, 169. 10 minutes left here. Stay focused. Keep hitting your marks. P6. The guy ahead of us is smart car number 2, A license. The rating is 1.4.
I don't want any off tracks. I really want to rebuild up the safety rating. And that Ferrari's moving ahead of us.
Gap to Art ahead is increasing. It's now 0.3.
Yeah, third gear felt good there.
That's halfway. You've got plenty of fuel left. That's your quickest lap today.
Woo! Oh my gosh. I don't know if I went off the driving line or what, but it felt like I was on ice there for a second.
Gap to P7 behind is increasing. It's now 2.3 seconds.
Must have went off the driving line. Now that I've had a little bit of time with these headphones back on, and I boosted the volume of iRacing itself, they actually don't sound that bad. I know I was bashing them earlier. They're really not that bad. I think my ears like got accustomed to the sound, and I do feel like they're actually sounding pretty good. I didn't realize I had iRacing's master volume lowered so much. Oh, jeez. Come on. Getting distracted here. Few guys in the pits.
There's an accident in 3. Looks like it's Jacobson. And you'll catching up to you. Gaps down to 1.5. Okay.
Oh, we messed up that turn completely. Completely.
That's half your tank. That's real consistent laps. Good job. Next car ahead is 2 laps behind.
Oh, bueno.
Okay, great. That lap was a 1:25.41. There's a wreck in turn 4. Looks like it's Jacobson.
Oh, we got it off track. Nope, nope. All right, cool.
Hines now 1.6.
We got a lap car ahead of us, P12. Ron Tarpey.
The next car ahead of us is Pedro, car 7, and the rating is 0.2.
Oh, he's off track there. Hopefully we get him on the next straight. Thank you, thank you. That was really nice of him. Looks like he has some damage. His car was kind of shaking back and forth.
The guy in front is 1 lap down. There's an incident in turn 4. It looks like you have any on it.
Woo! A little aggressive on that one. All right, white flag is out. White flag is out.
Okay, great. White flag. This is it. You've just run up 1:04.65. Good lap. What's your quickest today?
Ah, we missed that apex. There we go. Nice. All right, P6, not bad.
It's over. Great finish.
Yeah, not bad at all. I'll definitely take it. I'll definitely take it. What a successful race we had. Let's get out of the car. All right, I'll definitely take that one. That was pretty cool. No complaints on that race session at all. We were able to finish without having any sort of like computer related issue. Yeah, let's get this back. We did 16 laps. There we go. All right. Let's get that going so that way we could all kind of see. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. I'm not really sure what ended up causing the PC related issue that we had earlier at all. But overall, this ran really well. This was completely acceptable. Looked super sharp. We did lower the FPS down to 72 hertz as far as the panel goes. So I'm not sure if that had any sort of fix or anything for it.
That's the end of the session.
I did notice though that iRacing itself put us in a session with some weather, and when you introduce weather, you do introduce lower frame rate. So it actually kind of worked out that I went ahead and preemptively lowered the settings down a little bit to 72 hertz. We were able to maintain that for the most part, except for the grid. The grid we were down to like 50 frames per second, but I do have the settings in iRacing pretty maxed out. We're running iRacing pretty high. Almost everything's on high. And then we also have MSAA at 4 times, I believe. So it is not really easy for it to run with what we're asking, right? But it still felt really good and felt really easily drivable. I do gotta say though, and I do have to do a race on my screens again to confirm it, but I feel like in VR, being able to tell depth and the distance from your car to another one kind of almost makes me drive a little bit more aggressive. Not in a bad way, but like I'm not necessarily taking more risks. I feel like I just have a better natural understanding of where I am in the virtual space. So I just kind of put my car in places I pretty much wouldn't before. And I feel ability to kind of adapt to a track is a little bit better. I feel like I easily am able to kind of learn a track pretty quickly. Overall, I absolutely love this headset and this experience that I'm having. I really wanted to know like what caused that last PC failure that we had, because that's something that we were having a long time ago. And what I think is happening, if I had to guess, I think it's still lingering issues of Windows and that hard drive related issue. We did change our install to a different hard drive, but it wasn't one that was like on the certified list that was like perfect. It's a Western Digital drive was rated to sometimes have issues, but it's the only other NVMe drive I had. And I'm not gonna, can't really just go out and spend hundreds of dollars on another drive when I already have one. But I mean, it worked this time, so I have no idea. But everyone, if you have any questions about VR, the state of VR currently, my experiences with the 5090 and this headset here, definitely let me know in the comment box below. I do know some people have been having issues with stability with the 5090. Could be related to that too, not really sure. But definitely let me know in the comment box below. Also, I'm an affiliate of Pimax. I'm going to be posting the links down below. If you're interested in any of the Pimax lines, definitely use my links. It's going to help out the channel more than you know, help me out. But also, anytime any of the VR headset companies like Pimax are going to be releasing anything, hopefully they'll get us on the list, just like it did for these two headsets, the Pimax Crystal Lite and the Crystal Super, so that way we could get a headset to review for you all. There is going to be a formal review coming out for these headsets, but just anecdotally, just to let you all know, I've been absolutely loving the experience that I've been having with this Crystal Super. I haven't been using my normal setup here with my monitors, and I've even been thinking about possibly with the state of VR currently, just going down to a single monitor or maybe two monitors and the headset and freeing up some room in my office here, because it's truly an amazing experience, and hopefully you all get a chance to experience something like this. Everyone, I'm Crash's RTA Motorsports. Hopefully you're having an amazing weekend. Stay safe, stay happy, and I'll catch you all next time.